Is my new favorite friend.
Pretty much everything about Skippy is different.
If you're enough man, we could steal away at night, duck and dodge out of sight.
We first met Skippy, otherwise known as Lindsay Baldwin, in the Brazil WQS, and she was there by herself. It was her first year doing the QS, and she's kind of cruised up and had this car that was a manual, a stick shift, and couldn't drive manual. So we kind of just adopted / kidnapped her and used her car and tried to annoy her as much as we could.
First time I ever met Holly and Lorena and Jess and Steph and pretty much everyone. We were in Florianopolis and I was walking by and Jess was singing Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, like kind of right as I walked by.
I was just being an idiot and singing. In Australia we have this TV show, Skippy, Skippy, Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, and we just kind of put the name Lindsay in there. I'm not 100% sure why I did it, so we're just kind of going Lindsay, Lindsay, Skippy the Bush, and then it's just become Skippy.
Those things were in my head. I was like, oh, that'll never stick. It's been almost a year and a half now, and I haven't heard my real name on tour yet.
Don't call her Lindsay, because it's not her name.
I'm from Florida. But North Florida, not South Florida.
You know, all the girls really like hanging out with her just because she's funny and she loves NASCAR and, I don't know, Skippy is NASCAR.
We got our NASCAR Nextel Cup Series sticker on here because we need people to know that we are fans and that there's someone in the car from the Dirty South. I love the way it sounds, I love the way it smells.
My favourite memory of her is her making me watch NASCAR for 5 hours in Brazil, in the middle of nowhere, and you should have seen how excited she was when she's found, you know, Skippy's found the race, and the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500 was going on, and I had never missed a single one ever in my life. And I was going to miss it, and we were sitting there watching this little TV, probably just like a 10-incher, and it was kind of fuzzy, and then all of a sudden I see like a little car drive by within the white noise.
Just like going, oh my God, NASCAR, Casey Kane, we have to watch it.
And I was like, oh my gosh, no way, no way. And sure enough, hit the TV a couple times, wiggled it, and got the full race in Portuguese. It was a Daytona 500 I will never forget.
I went to line dancing. The first present she gave me was a coolie, a stubby holder, which sums up a lot about her, I reckon.
She doesn't go anywhere without a beer cozy.
You go in, and when you get your lunch, you ask for a cup with ice, and then you can take the ice and pour it in the cooler, and then you got a cup for the beach, because apparently it's illegal around here to drink on the beach.
Well, Skippy just struts her stuff down the beach, cruising, listens to some country music, has a little bit of Budweiser, strolls on down, strolls on down, strolls on down.
I went all American with the Budweiser.
My favorite thing about Skippy is that she's a very different person to any of the other girls on tour.
I mean, it's not worse or better, it's just different. Just the clothes she wears.
Come on, escape reality. Come on, come on.
She's almost from a totally different world.
And I love that she's very unapologetic about it. You know, everybody's kind of teases her about her music.
My taste in music is definitely a lot different.
She's not like, oh, sorry guys, maybe can we listen to a little more country music? She's just like, what are you talking about? Shania is not the greatest. Shania is the greatest.
I also like a lot of techno, but even with the girls that like techno, my techno is completely different.
And I just love people who are so comfortable with who they are that they don't have to apologize for their opinions, even if they're different than anybody else.
No, my techno so much and your techno is that mine is good. You know, I managed to slip in the country every now and then, and nobody really notices for about 3 songs. So.
Come on, run away with me.
Bobo person, place, or thing that is not necessarily the coolest, but not necessarily the worst either. It's just kind of I need to explain something else to you about the whole Bobo thing.
Okay.
Okay, at home, my nickname's not Skippy, it's Elbow, and that originated from someone once saying, "You're kind of Bobo," and I got a really big kick out of it, and it stuck.
Nice.
Yeah.